I don't think that you can fully grasp the kind of things that you can achieve if you just gave it your absolute all for 3 months of your life. 3 months of hard work, determination, resilience, and discipline can set you up for a life of success. And it almost sounds too easy. You're probably thinking, if all it takes is 3 months, why doesn't everyone do it? It's because everyone is thinking the same thing as you. 3 months sounds too good to be true. It sounds too easy. I mean, think about it like this. If you gave the gym and your health your all for 3 months, you adhered to your workout plans, you ate the right kind of food, you slept as much as you needed to sleep, you consumed the right kind of things, day in, day out, you would completely transform your body. Or take your mind. What if you made it a daily occurrence to learn something new, read a certain amount of pages of a book, develop your understanding of how your mind works, bit by bit building on top of it? You would completely and utterly transform what you know, how you think, and how you see the world. Or even in a monetary way, what if you spent 3 months straight learning and developing and enhancing your skills as much as you possibly could, turning those skills into a business that you can actually generate money from, that you can then scale beyond belief? Doing that for 3 months straight, day in, day out, will quite literally give you like 3 years worth of progress. And don't get me wrong, this isn't for everyone. It's not as easy as it sounds to give it your all for 3 months, because it is hard, it is draining, and it's far easier to give up than to persist throughout the 3 months out of your 960 months within your lifetime. But those that do will quite literally create their own future. And once you understand this, it doesn't seem as daunting. It doesn't seem as far-fetched or unachievable. It seems actually quite right in front of your face. And so I'm going to share some tips, some steps, some ingredients, if you like, that you can take on board to actually make the next 3 months of your life the most productive, progressive, forward-moving 3 months of your life, if you're willing to give it the exact ingredients and recipe that I would use myself. So if you want to completely transform your life in the next 3 months, these are the things you need to take on board. Firstly, you need to become fed up with where you currently are. Most people fall into that weird middle ground where they're not bad off enough that they need to change, but also they're not happy with where they are, but it's not that bad, so they'll just settle. This is known as the region beta paradox, where it's actually sometimes better to be worse off because it forces you to make a change. Take your health, for example. If you just had a dad bod, like you weren't that bad, but you weren't that good either, but you didn't feel a need to change because you got a bit of chub on you, but it's nothing alarming, nothing that is impacting your everyday life, you won't change, you won't want to change. But if you were completely fed up with who you were, you had too much fat on you, you hated how you looked, that would light that fire within you, that would force you to change. So sometimes, in order to change your life, you need to become fed up with where you are or who you currently are. It's why they say when you hit rock bottom, the only way is up, because it quite literally is, and it forces you to make that change and get back up. And this doesn't only go for your health, but it's within every area of your life. It could be with how much money you have in your bank account, like how your career is, what your relationship is with your family. If it's not that bad that you don't feel a need to change, but it's not that good and you could definitely improve, you're sitting in that middle ground where you don't do anything because there's no need to. Secondly, you need to get crystal clear on what it is that you want. You need to have something in your scopes that you are aiming for, otherwise you'll be completely directionless. This is another way of saying setting goals, obviously, but just get crystal clear within your own head of what it is that you want. What areas do you want to improve on and what do you want the end result to be? If it's a relationship with your family, what kind of relationship do you want to have? If it's with how you look, how do you want to look? I used to personally be against setting goals because I thought it was pointless. I just thought, what is the point of writing things down on a piece of paper if I have it in my own head? But putting it down allows you to visualize it, allows you to kind of either see it day to day or actually look at it from a different perspective of, that is the destination I want, that's the one I'm going for. And so I've gone from someone who doesn't like writing down goals to writing down goals all over my walls. Thirdly, you need to create a plan to get there. Without a map and a direction that you're going to follow to get to that end goal, again, you are completely directionless. And if you don't know what the plan is or how to build the plan to get there, then find someone that has done it before. Find someone that is living the ideal life that you want within that respective area of your life and learn what they have done. If you want to get rich as fuck, read some autobiographies, look up people online that are living the life that you want to live and look at how they did it. Don't listen to what they say, look at what they do and do the same. And quite literally write it out. Write out your plan, map it out A to Z, how you're going to get to that end goal. What are the milestones that you're going to have to go through that's going to give you that tick that you're on the right track? The way I like to say it is that imagine you're a coach trying to train a marathon runner, someone that has never run a marathon before, to running a marathon. What daily steps would you take them through? What would you make them eat? How would you make them, live? What would you make their activities? What would you make their hobbies? What would you make their habits? You need to create this for yourself and therefore have a roadmap of the things you need to do and the steps that you need to take, and therefore to get to your end goal. Next, you need to remove every single distraction within your way. Those distractions could be the people around you, your environment, where you live, your phone, it could be anything. But if there's something in your way and you know it's in your way, then you are just setting yourself up for failure if you're not going to do something about it. It's like putting in a destination on the map, driving to that destination, knowing that there is a roadblock in the road. Like, it's there, but you just haven't reached it yet, so you're not worrying about it. Get the roadblock out of the way or create another map to get around the roadblock before you set off. Remove the distractions. Next, take the smallest step. And this is a very, very important one. You're not meant to know what your life is going to look like in 5 to 7 years' time. You're meant to know what you're going to do tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and then just do that over and over again. So take the smallest step that's going to help you get towards your end goal. If you want to, work out more, if you want to get into better shape, then, buy some gym shorts or something like that. Those tiny little minuscule steps that's just going to motivate you and push you every single step of the way. And then from there, you just take bigger and bigger steps. You buy the shorts, then you actually buy the membership to the gym. You go for a 20-minute session, maybe buy some protein afterwards. Those steps start to compound and actually have a result. The inputs take care of the outputs, but the inputs are the steps. And finally, to change your life in 3 months' time, you have to fail until you are okay with failure. Because failure is a part of it. I can't stress this enough. I failed 4 or 5 different businesses before I hit the jackpot on one that made me 300k before I turned 20. And I'm so early on in my journey. I mean, look at the other entrepreneurs, the other successful people that have been there and done that and, got the t-shirt. They have failed many, many, many more times they've succeeded, but the 1 or 2 times they've succeeded are the times that matter. So be prepared to fail, get okay with failing, and keep picking yourself back up. As long as you're failing in the manner where you're actually trying and failing, as per to not trying and then failing, then you're doing the right thing. Because I would always prefer to fail as a result of trying as per to failing because I didn't try at all. And those are the steps, the ingredients, the recipe that you need to change your life in 3 months' time. Subscribe, hit the like button because we both know that you need more videos like these. Cheers. I'll see you next time.